There's this Japanese idea about habits. And honestly, it kind of rewired the way I look at every single one I've ever let go of. And if you're here watching this, I think you probably already know the feeling I'm talking about. You set the goal. You come in with real energy behind it. Maybe it's a Monday, maybe the first of a new month, right? You hold it together for 3 days, maybe 5, then you skip one. And that one day you skipped, it doesn't land like a small stumble. It lands like evidence. Evidence that you can't stick with anything, that something in you is just wired wrong. Here's the thing though, a study out of University College London led by a researcher named Philippa Lally, published in the European Journal of Social Psychology, found that forming a habit can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days, not 21, not some neat little number. And skipping one day, it barely moved the needle on the outcome. But honestly, the research isn't the part that really got to me. It's one Japanese word. And by the time we get to the end of this, you'll see why that word makes the whole idea of starting over kind of pointless. Hey, I know you've done this before. Fresh journal, new app on your phone. That whole this time it's going to be different feeling. And it's not like those methods were wrong. It's that nobody sat you down and told you the real reason they keep falling apart. It's not about discipline. It's not willpower either. It's about how you deal with imperfection. There's something in Japanese culture that completely reframes that relationship. And once it clicks for you, your mornings start to feel different. Not perfect, just not heavy anymore. Hey, real quick, if you're someone who's tried to restart a habit more times than you'd want to admit, just leave a comment. One word is fine, whatever habit keeps slipping away from you. That's all. I just want to know who's actually in here. Okay, so walk through this with me for a second. It's Tuesday. Your alarm goes off. And before you even put your feet on the cold floor, there's this voice already running numbers in your head. I was supposed to exercise yesterday. Didn't. That makes it 2 days now. You haven't even made it to the bathroom yet and you already feel behind. That feeling, that quiet heaviness of I already messed it up. That's not you being lazy. That's a pattern, and it has a real shape to it. Here's what almost nobody in the habit space actually tells you. And this is where things get genuinely different. Every video you've seen talks about systems, stack your habits, bundle your temptations, cue, routine, reward, the whole loop. And sure, those are legitimate tools. But they all rest on one assumption, that when you fall off, you just hop back on. Nobody really talks about what's going on in your mind between the falling off and the getting back on. That gap, that's where habits go to die, quietly. Because in that space, you're not just thinking I missed a day. You start feeling like you are the type of person who always misses days. And then coming back doesn't feel like continuing something. It feels like confessing you failed. One more time. That's the whole cycle. Miss, judge yourself, put it off, try fresh, miss again, judge again. And the thing fueling all of it is this invisible idea that a broken streak means a broken you. But here's where everything turns around. In Japan, there's a practice called kintsugi. Maybe you've come across the word before, but most people just know the surface level version. Oh, they repair broken pottery using gold. Nice image, pretty concept, and then people move on. But that totally misses what's actually underneath it. Kintsugi isn't about making something broken look nice again. It comes from a completely different belief that the break is part of the object story, not something to cover up, not a mistake to pretend didn't happen, just something that occurred. And the piece is actually worth more because of it. Now bring that back to the habit you keep dropping. What if that day you missed isn't a crack that ruins everything? What if it's just part of the shape of it? Lally's research lines up with this pretty directly. Her team found that missing one chance to do the behavior didn't really hurt the habit forming process in any meaningful way. The streak isn't the point. Coming back is, and here's the piece that almost nobody connects. Especially here in the US, we've basically built a whole culture around streaks. Snapchat streaks, workout streaks, don't break the chain posters, but the chain metaphor is honestly working against you because a chain is only as good as its weakest link, right? One break and you feel like the whole thing is useless. Kintsugi says something else entirely. The break is where the gold goes. So maybe your habit isn't a chain at all. Maybe it's more like a bowl. And every time you come back after missing a day, without all the guilt, without the big dramatic reset, you're lining that crack with gold. That moment of return, that quiet Tuesday morning where you just do the thing. Even though yesterday you didn't, that might be the strongest part of the whole habit. Everything I just walked you through is rooted in actual research. Lally's 2009 study at UCL showed that habit formation isn't some straight line. It's messy and deeply personal, and the psychology around self-compassion and sticking with habits has real backing too. Especially from Kristen Neff over at the University of Texas at Austin, whose work shows that being kind to yourself after a slip actually makes you more likely to try again, not less. That cycle I described earlier. Miss, judge, delay, restart, do it all over again? I've been calling it the clean slate trap. It's this belief that every habit needs to begin from zero to matter. If the streak breaks, your only move is a fresh start. Next week, next month, maybe next year. But the thinking underneath Kintsugi says the exact opposite. You never go back to zero. You pick up from the last break, and you carry gold with you when you do. The habit was never actually broken. You just haven't come back to it yet. Remember earlier when I told you there's one Japanese word that makes starting over completely beside the point? Here it is. Kintsugi isn't just for pottery. It's for you too. You don't need some clean new beginning. You just need to come back. Without the guilt trip. Without the big announcement, without waiting for a Monday. That feeling from the beginning of this video, where one missed day felt like proof something was wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. You just didn't have a name for what the return actually means. Now you do. And listen, I know some of you are sitting there right now going, okay, sure, that's a nice thought, but my situation's different. I haven't been off for a day or two. It's been months. You know what? That actually makes your return worth even more. The bigger the gap, the more gold in that crack. Kintsugi doesn't care how long the bowl sat in pieces on the shelf. It only matters that someone decided to pick it back up. So here's something small I'd love for you to try tonight. Just tonight, that's it. Whatever habit you've been meaning to pick back up, don't restart it. Just do it. One time. No social media post. No day one. Just the thing. 2 minutes, maybe even less. That's enough. And if you feel like it, drop "I returned" in the comments down below. That's your gold right there. If this hits something real for you, there's more on this channel that goes just as deep. Some of it might go even further. It's all there whenever you want to look around. And what I'm working on next, it builds right on top of this. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to sharing it. Stay close. You were never broken. You just hadn't made it back yet.